I've said a while ago, frames, almost the same siya sa analysis ng beams. Kaya pinagsama ko na silang dalawa. And so for this one, analysis of frames, the very first thing you have to do is to determine the external loadings. So for this one, these are the reactions. We have HA, VA, and RD. So for external reactions, my HA is equal to 2 kilonewtons, and that is to the right. Then RD is 2, VA is 10. Dito sa may moment at A, itong 1/2 times 4 times 3, ito yung area nitong triangle na to. Yan. The resultant of this triangle is located at its centroid. Nandito siya. Again, ano yung distance nitong resultant na to hanggang doon kay point A? Since nasa centroid siya, itong distance na to, that is equal to 1/3 of the base. So, that is 1/3 of 4. And 2 times 4, itong 2 times 4 na to, that is the area of this rectangle. The moment arm is 2, half of this 4 meters. Then, meron tayong concentrated load na 8 kilonewtons. Kapag nag-moment ako kay point E, that is counterclockwise. Okay tayo dito sa reactions natin, RDHA, VA, and RDHA, VA. Okay? Next, kapag nakuha na natin yung mga external reactions, we can now analyze this frame by parts. So, dito sa frame na to, we have to draw the shear and moment diagram. Parang yung ginawa natin dun sa mga beams. So, we'll take first the member AB para makuha natin yung ating mga internal reactions. Ulitin natin, after na nakuha ninyo yung mga external reactions, kunin na natin yung ating internal reactions. Now, para makuha yung internal reactions, you have to take the frame by parts. So, pag by parts, first, I'm going to analyze first member AB. So, ganito yung itsura ni AB. Meron yung 3 kilonewton meter na non-uniform load. Meron yung reaction na 10 at saka 2. Then, at point B, assume that as a pin. So, again, pag sinabing pin, parang dun sa may beam, meron tayong vertical, horizontal, at saka moment, internal reactions. So, I'll name these reactions as BH, BB, and MB. So, if I take summation of forces along the vertical axis, my BV is equal to 10 kilonewtons. Along the horizontal axis, my BH is equal to 8. Paano ko nakuha si 8? Diba meron tayo ditong 2 kilonewtons to the right. So, plus. Then, to the right din, itong non-uniform distributed load na to, itong triangle na to. The area of the triangle is 1/2 of base times height. 1/2 of 3 times 4. Doon ko nakuha si BH na equal to 8. If I take summation of moments at point B, MB here, may assumption here, the direction of the moment at B is clockwise, so positive, minus Pag itong 2 kilonewtons na to, nag-moment kay B, that is counterclockwise, so minus. Itong 1/2 times 4 times 3 na to, that is the area of this non-uniform triangular load. 1/2 of 4 times 3. Now, itong 2/3 of 4, this is the moment arm. Diba, sabi natin kanina, yung resultant nitong triangle loadings na to ay nandito sa may centroid. And this distance, kung ito ay 1/3 of base, so yung remaining na distance nito, this is 2/3 of base. Kaya dun ko nakuha si 24 kilonewtons. Question po. Dito sa pagkuha ko ng mga internal reactions, considering member AB. Or any reaction regarding my answers? So, kung walang question, I'll proceed. After na nakuha ko na-analyze ko na si AB, lipat na kayo ako sa ibang member. This time, I'm going to choose member BC. Ito yung itsura ni BC. Meron akong 2 kilonewton per meter, tsaka yung 8 kilonewton. Now, do not forget, kay point B kanina, meron akong BV, BH, at saka si MB. Now, kapag nilipat nyo yung BH, BV, at saka MB, the same magnitude, but opposite direction. Okay? Yun yung lagi na nating alalahanin kapag naglipat na tayo ng internal reactions. The same magnitude, but opposite direction. So, meron din tayong internal reaction kay point C since that is a pin connection. Meron tayong CV, CH. Meron din tayo dito si MC. Now, if I take summation of moments at C, it will turn out my MC is equal to 0. Then, summation of forces along the vertical axis, my CV is equal to 2. My CH is equal to 0. Okay? Itong values ni BV, BH, at saka ni MB, the same magnitude tayo. The same magnitude dun sa nakuha natin kanina, analyzing AB, but opposite direction. Okay? So, these are the values of my internal reactions at point C. After na nakuha ko na, or na-analyze ko na si BC, lipat ulit ako sa isang member. Si member CD. Again, kapag kinonsider nyo si CD, always, if you're going to carry, or ililipat nyo ngayon si CV, CH, saka si MC, the same magnitude but opposite direction. So, I'll leave CD, si member CD, iwan ko na siya sa inyo. Para lang siya sa may AB, mas simple na lang kasi yung loading nito. Okay? So, ulitin ko, iwan ko na sa inyo si CD. Kayo na mag-analyze kay CD. Just follow what I did doon kay my AB. Okay? Then, ito ngayon si AB, yung na-solve natin kanina. Meron tayong internal reactions na 24, 10, at saka 8. So, given this, pwede ko na ngayon i-drawing si shear diagram. Parang nakakalito, but take AB as a beam. Kung ano yung ginawa natin kanina dun sa may beam, the same dito kay may AB. So, ang gawin lang natin ay, kung baga, tapnuhan kayo na lang nga maulaw, baliktadan nyo nga, dito AB. Pagbalinan nyo nga kasla di tsura na nga kasla di tatay. Kasla di tatay nga di orientation na. Tapnuhan kayo nga maulaw. So B, no mapansin nyo, dito yung frame, iti agbalin nga shear tayo dito, ikat dito 2, then dito nga triangle, then dito 8. Ito na yung mga ating mga shear forces. So if I'm going to draw now my shear diagram, meron ako ditong 2 kilonewtons na no kumajibim kat pababa. So tikas tak ijay pababa mo ti ay. That is negative 2. Then since that is a triangle, 1 degree curve, pagdating kay shear diagram, magiging 2 degree curve. Tama? So para makuha ko siya ngayon, magiging negative 2 minus. The area of this triangle is 1/2. My base is 4. My height is 3. Tama? And that is equal to niya answer na natin. 2 plus 0.5 times 3. That is 8. 8 yung sagot natin dito. Negative. So, dapat negative adaptation na somewhere here. Yung negative 8. But since this is a 1 degree curve, pagdating kay shear diagram, magiging 2 degree curve. Pero ano yung magiging shape nito? Downwards ba or upwards? Again, I'm going to use my diagram. Since nag-start ako dito kay 3, nag-end siya kay 0, tapos pababa, so negative decreasing. Negative decreasing. So, yung magiging shape nito ay ganun. Basta tagbalin nga tsura na. Okay? Then, mapansin ninyo dito kay point B, merong pataas na 8. So, obviously, ag 0 di. So, that is the shape of my shear diagram. Before I go to the moment diagram, any question? Okay, negative 8. Okay. So, kung walang question, proceed na ako sa may moment diagram. The area of that. How will I get the area of that? Yeah. So, again, nag-start ako mag-i-start always ako kay 0. Then, paano ko nasabing pa ganyan yung direction ng curve ko? Diba, this is, nag-start ako, again, disregard the sign. Nag-start ako kay 2, nag-end ako kay 8. So, nag-increase ako, but since nasa may negative side siya, so negative increasing, parang negative increasing. The shape should be like this one. Tama. What is the value of that? Bakit nasabi kong 24? Again, in solving or in kapag nag-drawing kayo ngayon ng inyong Gmeet diagram, yung long cut nito, paano ko nakuha si 24? Itong shape nito is composed of ay rectangle. Ito si rectangle. Ayan. Pasensya. So, ito si rectangle. And another meron pa ulit ako dito. Itong shape na to. This is not a spandrel. Ang spandrel dito ay ito. Itong nasa baba. Yan yung spandrel. So, kapag, if I'm going to name this, let this be area 1, area 2, and let this be area 3. Yung area 3, yan yung spandrel. So, kapag kukunin ko si area 2, ang gagawin ko dyan, yung rectangle na to, ima-minus ko yung area 3, makukuha ko si area 2. Tapos, i-plus ko pa ni area 1. Diba? Kasi ti kastak-tak no maalak di jay area na dating shape. Since simple lang naman itong problem na to, I don't have to go over that procedure. Kasi this is kumbaga, ito ay simply supported beam. So, hindi ko na pahihirapan yung sarili ko. Diretso na ako dito. Paano ko na kasi 24? Look at this one. At point B, merong 24 kilonewton meter. Ito yung nasolve ninyo kanina. This is the moment at B. And since the direction here is clockwise, so dapat magzi-zero ako. Negative 24, since this is clockwise, plus 24, 0. Para hindi na ako mahirapan. But if you want to complicate things, pwede naman na gawin niyo yung parang kanina. Take the area of this rectangle, itong rectangle na to, let this be area 1. Then, i-add yun dito area na dito eh. Again, this is not a spandrel. Ang spandrel dito, ito si spandrel. If you want to double check this value, 24, you may want to take this approach, yung kunin nyo yung area nito. So, that is the moment diagram in the shear diagram. Now, in frames kasi, di ba sa beam, ang forces na nag-act sa beam ay shearing force at saka yung ating bending moment. Now, in frames, aside from shear and bending moment, meron din tayo dito na kino-consider. Ito yung ating axial forces. Again, what are axial forces? Just like in trusses, meron tayong tension at saka compression. Same true with frame. Yung members ng ating frame, they undergo either tension or compression. Paano natin malalaman kung tension siya or compression siya? For this diagram, dito sa may left side, tension, then dito sa may right side, compression. Again, ang tension ay positive, ang compression ay negative. Paano natin makukuha or malalaman kung yung member AB ay under compression or under tension? Dito natin ginagamit yung ating axial forces. Ang axial forces dito sa may AB ay itong mga vertical loadings natin. So, in this case, ang axial force ng AB ay 10 kilonewtons. But what is the direction? Again, as you can see here in the arrow is towards the joint. Towards the joints. So, anong sabi natin during our trusses? Diba, if the arrow is towards the joint, that is a compression member. But if the arrow is away from the joint, that is a tension member. Now, dito sa may axial, you have to take note that the forces should be parallel to your member. Parallel, kapag sinabing parallel, magkalinya, they will never meet, kumbaga. So, this one, since the 10 kilonewton here is towards the joint, so that is compression. So, itong AB na to is under compression. Since under compression siya, so nasa baba. Yan yung magiging itsura ng ating axial force. Again, sa beam, ang kinukuha natin is the shear and moment diagram. Kapag sa frame, ang kinukuha natin is the shear moment at saka yung axial force diagram. Okay? So, this is just member AB. Next, member. IC member BC. Okay. Ito yung na-solve na natin kanina. Okay. So, sa member BC, meron tayong internal loadings kay member C na 24 at saka 8 at saka 2. Ito yung na-solve natin kanina. So, if I'm going to draw the shear diagram, it looks like this one. Pataas si 10. Walang problema kasi yung orientation niya parang dun sa may beam. Then, pataas si 10, there is a uniformly distributed load. Since this is a 0-degree curve, pagdating kay shear diagram, magiging 1-degree curve. Then, 2, may 2 na pababa, so magsi-0. Always start with 0 and with 0. And punta naman tayo kay moment. So, dito kay point B, meron tayong counterclockwise na 24 kN/meter. Since that is counterclockwise, so that is negative 24 downwards. And etong dito sa may shear diagram, etong curve na to is 1-degree curve. So, pagdating kay moment diagram, ito ay magiging 2-degree curve. Paano ko nalaman na yung aking curve ay ganyan ang itsura? Again, you may use the diagram I'm using or whatever is discussed with you during your lower years. So, ganyan yung magiging itsura ng aking moment diagram. As for my axial force diagram, parang dun sa slide kanina, dito is the tension, and dito si compression. Compression si member BC. Bakit? As you can see here in the diagram kasi, yung ating direction ng 8 kilonewtons ay towards the joint. So, that is under compression. Okay? Again, I'm going to leave member CD sa inyo. Bahala kayo dyan nga mag-analyze si CD. Give na alam mo din the internal reactions kan ni joint C. Any question before I proceed with the other example? Awan, baka agin internalize kayo pa lang kadagay sa bagak. Okay lang. Okay, so, we proceed to the next example. Determine the reactions at the supports of the given frame. Determine the angle which the resultant reaction at A makes with the horizontal axis measured counterclockwise. So, for this diagram, meron daw 100 kilonewtons dito kay point B. Yun yung reaction kay roller. Then, obviously, meron tayong reaction kay C. That is also a roller. Then, kay VA. This is a hinge. So, meron tayong vertical at saka horizontal reaction. Pero, ang tinatanong kasi dito is the reactions at the supports. So, we need to determine RC, VA, and HA. If I take summation of moments at point A, makukuha ko si RC. If I take summation of moments at VA, at V, my VA is equal to 120. If I take summation of forces along the horizontal axis, my HA is equal to 100. Huwag nyo munang papansinin itong RA. Yan. So, ang concern muna natin is si RC, HA, and VA. Dadagdagan ko lang yung requirement nitong problem na to. What is the resultant reaction at joint A? So, what do I mean by that? Resultant reaction, siya yung RA na to. Resultant reaction si RA. Paano ko makukuha si RA? Given, nasolve ko na si HA at saka si VA. So, masasolve ko si RA using now yung pinag-aralan natin during the lower years, species 6 ata to, sa may vectors and magnitude. Okay, so, to solve for RA, that is equal to the square root of 100 squared plus 120 squared. My RA now is equal to 156.20 kilonewtons. Now, yung tanong kanina, ano yung angle? Ano yun? Balikan ko lang. Determine the angle which the resultant reaction at A makes with the horizontal axis. So, ano daw yung angle from the horizontal axis? Now, the direction will be counterclockwise. So, if this is RA, ang tinatanong na angle sa atin ay itong theta. So, kasi sabi niya, from the horizontal axis, ito yung ating horizontal axis, but the direction is counterclockwise. So, yung hinahanap natin is theta. To solve for theta, first I need to determine alpha. Diba from your lower years, to solve for our alpha, that is equal to tangent alpha multiplied by 120 over 100. So, masolve ko ni alpha, that is equal to 50.20 degrees. And I can now determine the value of my theta, which is now equal to 230.20 degrees. So, the answer for the second requirement is equal to 230.20 degrees. Okay? Hindi pa tayo tapos. Reactions pa lang yung nasolve natin. So, if I'm going again to add the requirement for this problem, we're going to draw the shear and moment diagram for this frame. It will look like this one. So, again, pag nagdo-drawing tayo ng shear and moment, mas madali kapag by member tayo. So, I'll take first member AB. So, member AB. So, kay member AB tayo. Kay AB, this is A. Kay B, since this is a pin connected, meron tayo ditong moment ni B, HB, tsaka VB. If I take summation of moments at B, the moment at B is equal to 600, VB is equal to 120, HB is equal to 0. Okay? Kindly double check these values. Tama ba yung mga pinaglalagay kong values dito? So, after na nakuha natin yung ating mga internal reactions, lipat na ako kay BC. So, kay BC naman na tayo. Diba kay AB kanina, ito yung mga nakuha nating values. May 600 at saka 120. Hindi ko na sinali si BH kasi 0 naman siya yung nasolve natin kanina. So, ang value natin dito ngayon, VB is the same as this one. 120 pa rin si VB, 120. Pero, opposite direction siya. Same with the moment. MB is still equal to 600, but opposite direction. Okay? So, ganyan yung ating mga internal reactions. Wait lang. Then, kapag nakuha na natin yung ating mga internal reactions, we can now draw the shear and moment diagram. So, for member AB, ito yung nakuha kong shear moment at saka axial force diagram. So, dito, again, yung orientation, kung nahihilo kayo, imagine niyo na yung orientation nito is parang dun sa may beam. So, meron tayong pataas na 100 kilonewtons. Then, walang load. So, diretso lang. Then, may pababa ulit. For the moment, from 0, the area of this rectangle is 100 times. This is 6. 100 times 6 is 600. Then, meron tayong counterclockwise na moment dito. So, pababa, 0 siya. Now, for the axial force, sorry, dapat yung line. Again, dito sa may left side, this is tension. Then, sa may left is tension, dito sa may right is compression. Since this 120 kilonewtons, the direction is away from the joint, so that is tension. Kaya yung ating diagram ay nandito sa taas ng ating line. So, this member is under tension. Okay? Next, punta naman tayo kay member, ano member na to? PC. Ma-eraser. So, ganyan yung magiging itsura ng aking shear and moment. At yung aking axial force. Since wala tayong axial, so this beam is neither under tension or not, nor compression. So, ganyan lang itong problem na to. I think, magiging last na natin. Ano sa nyo? Last 15 minutes. Risk lang dahil hindi na kaya nag-risk. So far pa lang before habang isimsimpak dito. Ini question ijay in-present ko kanya yung about beams and frames. If you want more examples, adangay jay ko ada jay YouTube channel ni Dean. If you want to also look at his examples regarding frames, adungay jay nakita ko jay example na ti frames, you may want to use them. Okay, so ito yung kanina, may BC. Ito yung ating shear diagram. And this is our moment diagram. As I've said a while ago, wala akong ito-drawing na axial force kasi wala nga tayo ditong value ng axial forces. So again, this member is neither compression nor tension. So ano tong figure na to dito sa may right side? this is ito yung kumbaga deflection or yung elastic curve na tinatawag natin. Ito yung mga possible na deflected shape ng ating frame. So there are two possible deflection for this frame. Pwedeng mag-deflect yung frame, ang magiging itsura ay yung parang dito sa may red na broken line, or pwede rin namang parang dito sa may yellow na broken line. So we can determine kung yung red ba or yung yellow pagdating natin sa deflection. I think sa finals na yun. So ito yung ating kumbaga magiging itsura, either of these two. So again, that is the shear and moment diagram for this frame. Yung shear and moment diagram ni BC. I think this is the last na to. So for this frame, again, an internal hinge is included para makakuha tayo ng values ng ating external reactions. So these are the external reactions. We have AH, AB, TB, and DH. So my DV is equal to 17.25 kips. Again, naka-English yung aking units of measurement. Yan. Then, my DV is equal to 17.25. And my AV is 14.75. Ito pa lang yung mga kakukuha kong reaksyon. Hindi ko sinali si summation of forces along the horizontal axis. Kasi dalawa yung unknown ko. Si DH at saka si AH. Kaya hindi ko na sinali si summation of forces along the H axis. Since nakapin naman dito kay E, pwede ko siyang gamitin. Na kapag nakapin siya, pwede ko siyang i-separate. Nasa sa inyo na kung ang i-analyze ninyo ay yung nandito sa left or nandito sa right. Either of the two, pwede naman. But for me, I'm going to consider the right side of my frame. Again, this is an internal hinge, so do not forget, meron tayong internal reactions. Meron tayong EH, EV. And do not forget, meron tayong moment dito. But inalis ko na si moment kasi magsi-zero siya. If you want to double check, magsi-zero ba talaga? You may double check that one. So if I take summation of moments at E, masosolve ko si DH, then maalak ni EV, then ni EH. If you double check this one, makikita ninyo na magsi-zero si moment at E. Again, nagkataon lang kasi na dito sa example na to, nag-zero si E. And so, going further, nasolve ko na yung aking mga internal reactions. So, masosolve ko na yung mga hindi ko pa na-solve na external reaction. So, for this case, if I take summation of forces along the x-axis now, masosolve ko na si AH. Kasi kanina nung kinonsider ko sa my right side, di ba, nasolve ko tatay ni DH. So, masolve ko ni AH. So, nung nasolve ko ni AH, apay nga duwat i-value. Kasi di ba, dito'y, naspliak lang. Dito'y, di ba, nasolve ko ni DH. Mabalin mo't nga inex yung aramigan nga kat as a whole and frame tapno maalam ni AH. Or, mabalin mo't nga i-consider mo lang kat dito left side tapno masolve mo ni AH. Either of these two, makaala kayo to the same answer. My AH is equal to 5.4 kips. Wait lang, dalang masa. Okay. Next. So, nasolve ko external reactions. Pwede na akong by member. So, I'm going to consider now member AB. Nasolve natin kanina yung reactions, that is 14.75 kips and 5.4 kips. Yan. So, hindi ko na isa-isahin. If I take summation of forces along the x and y axis at saka yung summation of moments, makakakuha ako ng value ni BH, BV at saka ni MB. So, these are the values. 7.4, 14.75 kips, and 108 kips foot. Gahol na sa oras. Kahit 2 minutes lang, paki-double check if tama tong mga values na to. The value of my BV is equal to 14.75 and the value of my BH is 7.4 and the value of my moment at point B is 108. Again, these are the internal reactions. Pa-double check lang, or mabit lang. Paki-double check if tama tong mga to. Confirmation lang, no studagi before na-proceed. Baka no, nakamali ka. So, awan tagre-react. Tama siguro yung sagot ko. Ma'am, aguray tayo screenshot ko kayo. Okay na! So, these are the values of my internal reaction, 7.4, 14.75, and 108. So, again, if I'm going to draw the shear diagram, ito yung mga i-consider ninyo if you're going to draw the shear diagram. Ito'y na-encircle ti kulay red. Yeah. So, this shear, again, pababa, DJ 5.4. Tapos, walang load from A to B. So, diretso lang siya. Then, it will go back to 0. For the moment diagram, again, let's start with the... wait lang. Before I draw my moment diagram, paki-double check man gusto din ka-stuck in the shear diagram. Oh. Ha? Gusto ba din ka-stuck? Ma'am, yes. How about the others? Ma'am, Juan, gusto. Oh, Subliya! Diba, pababa di 5.4, awanti load, so nga diretso. Siputan nyo, di direction ti araw, ah. Gusto? Before nga drawing ko di moment diagram. Siputan nyo nga, dito ni, oh. Dito direction di araw dito, eh. Kasi di ba, dito ikat negative 5.4 dito, eh. Tapos, adati simmangat nga 7.4. So, simmangat iti 7.4, dapat adati iso na. Ngambim ba ulit iso na tito? Iso nga, nag-0. Diba? Siputan nyo, di ulo na dito araw. Dapat haan nga kastangi. Dapat pakasay ko madiyay. Wood, upward. Tawa siya. So, we go now to the moment diagram. Again, napiit lang iso na kasi this is a 0-degree curve. So, diretso ay slanting lang di line tayo. Then, the area of this is 5.4 times 20. So, that is 108. Since 108 and the direction ng moment ni B ay clockwise. Ako na tayo tatay no clockwise, positive. So, negative 108 plus 108 is 0. So, that is my moment diagram. So, for the axial force diagram, since the arrow is towards the joint, that is under compression. Okay? So, agpadalang ti analysis, iti beams kun frames. Iti lang gawin frames, makapaulaw kasi di orientation na. Pero no na medyo na-gets yun J beam, okay kayo i-J frame. So, let's go to member CD. Member AB lang, J naramidan tayo tatay. So, for member CD, again, we have the internal reactions at C and at point C. We have here CH, CV, and MC. Damagak ko man no anya ti values na dagiti but since awanan ti oras ipakita ko di answer. So these are the internal reactions at point C. Paki-double check na lang po mamaya kung may oras kayo. And gawan nyo ng oras to review itong mga pinaglalagay ko dito ng mga values. Okay, so these are the internal reactions for point C. Now, if I'm going to draw the shear and moment diagram, my shear looks like this one, and my moment, tsaka yung axial force ko. Again, kindly take a look at this and paki-review man no damdaman gusto dagiti shear and moment diagram ko pati daytoy na axial force. The axial diagram is this member CD is under compression. So again, ang analysis nitong CD ay parang the same siya sa may beam. Yan. So I hope na screenshot yun dito, no screenshot yun. Last ba? Ito si BC. Kasi yung kinonsider natin kanina is member AB at member CD. Ngayon naman, let's draw the shear and moment diagram for member BC. Take note, dito sa my point E, adatta internal pin. So if I'm going to draw the shear diagram, it looks like this one. So, as you can see here in the diagram, nag-zero G shear dito yung ayan ti pin. Okay? Baka man na nadagdamag ng alaak dagiti nga values. Pakisublian nga di analysis iti member AB kan member CD. Ijay ko nga naala dagiti nga values. Yeah. Then, I can now draw the moment diagram. Again, this is a 1-degree curve. So, no 1-degree curve dito ayan ti shear, no mapanan ka ni moment, agbalin nga 2-degree curve. So, ti itsura na di moment diagram ko. Kasta ti itsura na di moment diagram. Again, can we double check this if you're going to review yung notes na binigay ko sa inyo. Double check kung tama yung mga pinaglalagay kong mga values. Then, for the axial, so for the axial, may subiyak lang man dito. Nalipat na kayong kabel. Pasensya, nalipat na kayong kabel dito. So, for the axial force, diba dito paki-awanan ni kumanay niyo. di ba na-solve tayo gamit tatay ka ni C. At dati ko dito at dati ti 7.4 kilonewtons. So, dati member BC tayo is under iso na ti compression. So, di diagram tayo iti axial force, no, dati kuma di reference line tayo. Since under compression dito, so dati di ay axial force diagram tayo. So, dito iso under compression ni member BC. Okay, again, can you double check the values I have presented to you? And if you have any questions, paki-damag tulatan ni GC.